Hey gamers, Maniac here with GameAccess.net, doing a special video for all of you guys online. This right here was one heck of a attempt. This today was one of the most to get this game today was one of the most frustrating experiences I've ever had in Best Buy. No doubt. I have had a lot of frustrating experiences at Best Buy. I've even mentioned a couple of them today, or a couple of them on my YouTube channel on previous unboxings, but today took the cake. Today was my most frustrating experience, and I'm going to unfortunately have to tell you this experience because I really want to embarrass Best Buy about it. I came into Best Buy to play this game, to pick this game up. That was my intention. Look to see if they had anything else on that I might be interested in. I mean, I played this game at Nintendo's E3 Best Buy event, not at the Best Buy that I did the preview at, so because what's the point there? But I did demo this game at the Best Buy Mario Maker event. I thought it was a lot of fun for a small little game. I did play the demo, and I was giving away demo codes on my websites this year, or this week. And so I was interested in picking the game up. I was like, alright, let me go pick the game up. It looks like a lot of fun. So I went to go pick it up, and true to the typical thing they do for Best Buy, they did not have a single copy on a shelf. The game came out earlier today, or this morning I should say. This is the street date. And my local Best Buy did not have a single copy on shelf, basically telling people we don't have copies. So I was about to leave after about 15 minutes. Going through every possible display, because you know how Best Buy is nowadays. You used to actually have things ordered and alphabetized. You'd have a Blu-ray section where everything would be alphabetized. You could find what you were looking for. You'd have a 3DS section, or a Nintendo Wii U section, or an Xbox section, or a PlayStation section where everything would be alphabetized. They really don't do that anymore. They have stuff all over the place. New releases are a corner of the store, and in the front near the old releases are on another side of the store. They have the DVDs and Blu-rays together now, mixed up with genre, like that means something. Who knows if the genre where the thing is stored is actually the genre where you think your actual unit is. They might store something that's a horror film under drama and vice versa. God only knows what's going on there. It's a terrible, terrible system to find things. So I didn't find it. So I go to the greeter, who basically just stands there, and I asked him, do you have Triforce Heroes? And originally the greeters would actually know. They'd have a system in front of them that would say yes or no, and they'd tell you where it was. This guy said, nope, I don't know. I'll have to point you to customer service. So I had to go to customer service, which I hate doing, because there's always a line. And so I go to customer service. I ask the customer service lady if she has it. If she kind of starts checking her tablet, which is, I guess, provided to them. She doesn't say anything to me, and she just keeps checking, and she asks the lady next to her, and it's 5 minutes going around, and I'm like, okay, if you don't have it, I'll leave. And she's like, no, we have it. Okay. Could have told me that. So she's like, yeah, we have it. Can I have it? Can I have a copy? She has to wait for a girl that's working the desk to finish ringing up a guy who just bought a new MacBook. Once he finished up, okay, this is not a manual. This is just advisory information. Look, okay, I'm just going to say this right now. If you have the money to print this kind of stuff up physically, then print me up a real manual, especially if you're charging $40, which is full price for this thing. Full price for a 3DS game is $40, unless it's like a premium package, in which case they'll usually charge like $50 or so. I mean, there's no reason with this much paper wasted that they could not print out a manual or make a manual. So there's that. The game itself looks pretty colorful, so I like that. That looks, I'll see if I can put this in. I didn't want to use the extreme light because of that, but it looks pretty nice. So there's that. So, long story short, eventually I finally get the game. A guy brings up the game in a box, and he's like, okay, you can go to the line and go ring it up. So I have to wait in line now behind like about half a dozen other people for 4 cashiers. Only 1 cashier is actually working. I finally get the game ringed up, and the lady starts wasting my time about signing up for some gamer whatever it was. I mean, I'm already a Best Buy subscriber, but they're like, oh, have you unlocked this? I'm like, all I'm thinking to myself is that they used to actually have this automatically for other people, like. And I knew it was a paid service or something like that because I think Twitch uses it. But he buys from Best Buy a lot more often than I do. So there it is. That's Triforce Heroes, and that's my story. So I'm basically just like, just ring me up. At that point, it literally took me 30 minutes just to get this game. Had they had it on a shelf, I could have had it in less than 5. Seriously, Best Buy, why do you not stock new product on shelves? Is it that difficult to do? They must have had I counted about at least a dozen people working. They were just kind of meandering around. I saw plenty of people with shirts kind of just standing around doing nothing. You have the people to stock. You had the time. It was 2 o'clock when I went in. I don't know. So there's my thing. Sorry this unboxing was as long as it was, but really I just had a very, very bad experience. Just a very bad experience. So I had to tell somebody. Until next time, guys, this is Maniac with GameAccess.net. Over and out.